Hey guys, it's MrGlorious again, and I'm lit to be here. I'm excited, and I want to share just a few tips that I think will help. If you have a business, you have products and services, and you would like to sell them online, and you've been trying to do it, and you're like, man, it just doesn't, it's just not work yet. It's gonna work. It's just that you haven't discovered some behind the door underground tips and tricks that some of the top marketers in the world use to sell anything online, right? So the more you discover these tips, it'll change your game of selling stuff online. I personally have used this to help my clients, customers sell their products online. I've used it personally, and even though compared to some people I'm just coming, but at least I've used it, they've worked for me. And I thought, hey, let me share it just in case someone is out there that's going to benefit from this. Why not? And I'm sure you would find it useful. So if you're someone that you've been thinking, oh, I want to create ads that really convert people, maybe you've done some ads before, you've run ads, it didn't really produce any results, or you've tried to reach out to people online to come and buy your product and it's not really worked yet. Maybe you should integrate some of these tips into your script creation. Like, the first thing you want to do when you want to create a ad creative, or you want to create a content that will make people buy your product, it's literally like selling on steroids, right? If you want to sell something to someone, you have to stand in front of them, you have to persuade them, you have to say a lot of things so they are seeing you, they are talking to them face to face. But if you want to put that skill on steroids, you need marketing strategies, right? And then what you do is you create a script, and then you flesh out those scripts into, whether it's videos, whether it's pictures, e-cards, or just words, maybe in an email. You flesh out those scripts into different formats, and then you expose it to your audience. Now, when I say your audience, I mean people that you already know are interested in your product, but you've not been able to persuade them to buy your product yet. So you already know that these people, they will find my product useful, they will find it valuable. However, you've not just been able to put your arsenal together to direct it to them and get them to say, oh my god, I want this, you know what, give me 10 of this, right? So these people have the money to buy your product, these people are interested, right? They want it. However, you've not been able to convince them. Okay, so integrate some of these tips into your script that you use on these various formats, whether it's email, whether it's social media, whether it's in your ads, whether it's in your video, whether it's when you're sharing organic content. I mean, whatever, man. Number one, winning scripts for creating content that produces sale, right? Number one, within 1 to 5 seconds, call out your audience. Be specific who you are talking to when you are communicating. Just tell them. Did you notice what I just did now? This video, at the beginning, I said that this video will be valuable for this kind of people. Bam. If you are not within that category, I don't want to waste your time. You can go, right? Even though I didn't say that, but that's what people will do. Oh, this is for I'm not in that category. They move on, right? So that helps me save their time, and it also saves my time, because now they're not going to be coming through into my offer and they're like, oh, I don't care about this. Why am I even here, right? So it's very clear, right? So you need to use something. They call it a hook, right? They call it in the marketing world, it's called a hook, right? So you create a set of words that can serve as a hook, right? Something that if your ideal audience or ideal potential customer sees it, it will get their attention, right? Like, oh, really? Like, say for clothes, for example. Obviously, that's a very specific product, right? So when you are creating your content, let the first thing they see very obvious. Like this, if you're a guy and you're thinking of buying clothes that last and it looks good on you, and you want to attract more friends, I have clothes that will make you look absolutely stunning, right? You see what I did there? The first 1 to 5 if it's a video or a audio content, first 1 to 5 seconds or 10 seconds, try and make sure that you clarify this content is for this category of people, right? So number one, call out your audience. Let it be clear at the beginning. Number two, call out the kind of goals or the kind of desires that your potential customer desires. Ensure that you know what your potential customers desire to have, right? So for example, maybe you sell a weight loss product. Obviously, you're talking to people that are overweight, because the only people that are overweight that will buy your product, right? So Obviously, you tell them, if you've been thinking of losing weight, or you've been thinking of going from 150 pounds to 50 pounds, or whatever, right? Whatever. Like, I'm just restyling here. So you call out exactly what your ideal customer or audience will be interested in, and you make it a goal for them, right? Instantly, that increases their interest more, right? You're creating interest here, right? Next step, after you have even strengthened, the first thing is the hook. They know that, oh, this guy is talking to me. Number two, then you spell out a clear goal that represents their desire. Make sure that it evokes emotion. Don't just say, oh, don't be vague, be specific. Make sure that it's something that will get their attention. Like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what I want, right? Number three, provide value. Give them value. Give them something for free. Do you know that as a overweight person, there's this and this that you should not be eating, or there's this and this that you should not be doing, or there's this and this? Provide value, and by just providing value, you increase their trust in you, just by giving them something for free information, valuable information, whatever. Just by doing that, you just pushed their trust in you, because they don't know you before. They're just seeing your video for the first time, or your content, or whatever. So you just took the trust that they had for you from maybe 5 to maybe like 7 or 8, depending on how convincing and persuasive you are in creating the content and all those kind of things, right? Number 4, provide like testimonies of other people that probably have used your product before. People like to go in the direction that other people are going. Naturally, most people want to be sure that, oh, like this thing I'm about to buy, how many people have used it before? How many people have testified that, oh, this works? So these are some, maybe reviews, it may be just screenshots of reviews, emails from some people, and maybe your friend that you gave for free, and say, okay, use this thing for free, and I want you to do me a review that, oh, this actually works, right? Number 5, call them to action. Don't just say all these things and forget to call them to take an action. It's either you say, oh, come to my website. It's either you say, oh, come and do this, or come to my offer. Click this link. Click the link below. Click here. Go to www.something. Make sure that you call them to an action, and make sure that the action is not complicated. Make it simple, right? Because when it gets complicated, people don't want to do anything that will stress them. They already have a lot of things going on in their lives, and they want you to simplify their lives, right? And then in this case, because you want them to buy, just point them to where they can buy your product, right? When they get to that page, make sure you create a script that does this same thing on that page also. This same thing again on the page to further strengthen their trust. People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. These are the 3 key elements that make people buy from you. They know you, so it may not be the first time they see this content that you created that they'll buy from you. They like you, so after they see several of your content consecutively, they're like, this guy, I like him, and he's been giving me value. They now trust you because they've been hearing your content, they've been listening to what you're saying, and they found it valuable. Now they feel like, you know what, the concept of reciprocity. People want to do something for someone that they feel like has given them something, has done something for them, has been a blessing to them. It's the concept of reciprocity. It's a psychological thing. People naturally want to help you if you've done something for them before. It's just a natural thing, right? So these are the 5 key concepts that you can use strategically to create weave it into your scripts, whether it's your email, whether it's your videos, whether it's your social media, whatever. Wire it into your scripts and push it out. And I'm sure that if you were getting 10% results before, it'll probably go up to like 30%, 40%, 50%, or maybe 100%, depending on how well you implement these key tips or strategies, right? You know what is even more effective and amazing? All these tips that I shared, if you can weave it into a story. Tell a story. Oh my God, stories just amazing. Look for a story to weave this script into. You'll be amazed. Like, you will be amazed. Like, I shared this tip with a friend of mine, I think it was last week. He sells bottles that's like bottles that measure the time that you drank, when you took your drink, how many liters you drank in a day, and all those kind of things. Bottle has an app. It's cool. It's a very cool product. I don't know the details, but here is the thing. He's been trying to sell this product, and we were talking one day, and I'm like, okay, why don't you do this? And I wrote him a script, and I said, this script, do a video around this and tell a story. And he did, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Online, he put it on his Instagram, YouTube, and stuff. I mean, it was amazing. He got a lot of results. His response rates just went up like this, right? And that's even a physical product, right? So, do you see what I just did now? I just told you a story. I'm sure you believe what I just told you even more now, right? Right? It works. It works. So tell a story. Weave all these things into your story, and you will be amazed at the results. Thank you very much for the time that you spent here with me today. I hope you found this valuable.